Hey everyone, Navik here, and this is my review of Aquaman issue number 1, the new series. He's by Jeremy Adams with art by John Timms and coloring by Rex Locus. Not quite sure you pronounce that last name, but I'm gonna keep going. And of course, as you can tell, this is part of DC's All In initiative. Same thing that Absolute Wonder Woman and the JSA book are doing. And yeah, I wanted to check this out because I got a bit of a soft spot for Jeremy Adams as a writer. He's not one of the biggest names in comics, but I do know that like based on like his previous work on the Flash, his current Flash Gordon run, and from what I've heard about his Green Lantern books, he is a very workman-like writer. So yeah, let's get to it. Oh, and also he did the Jay Garrick miniseries from last year, which I really liked. Like so well, first off, let's get into the artwork. And yeah, as you can see from that's fitting for an aquatic hero like Aquaman. And Tim's artwork excels at splash pages and two-page spreads. This book is really nice to look at. And especially when you combine that with Rex Lacus's coloring. And honestly, it's some of the best coloring I've seen in a comic like recently. It's bombastic. You could, especially with all the watering and stuff, you can clearly see what everyone looks like. Everyone looks distinct, and that's what I always look for in comics. And John Timms does some really good expression work. And the fight scenes flow really well together. So yeah. And from an artistic standpoint, the book is really well constructed, and from a writing standpoint, it does a pretty good job. You guys all know by now. I kind of have my own criteria where I judge books based on how effective they are, because the point of issue 1 is to get you invested in it so that you would pick up the next few issues, or keep with the series as it keeps going. And this one does kind of do that well. Now, it gives you all the information you need to know about Aquaman and how this is the story about he'll become something called the God Killer. They're getting you up to speed with his current status quo of having Mira's aquakinesis as a result of the events of absolute power, and setting up a big mystery for the book. Basically, with the water kaiju appearing, and a mysterious golden spear here that causes the disappearance of Atlantis and all of its citizens, leaving Aquaman kind of on his own, save for the Justice League. And well, okay, it's a pearl actually, and the issue ends with him trying to investigate it alongside Batman and Wonder Woman, and he ends up going through a portal that is the same Omega symbol as Darkseid. So yeah, that's definitely going to be a lot to take in. And yeah, as usual with Jeremy Adams, he does a great job giving you a classic feeling superhero book. Like if I had to show people like a book that just feels like what people consider a typical superhero book, that's Jeremy Adams does a pretty good job at that. But of course he makes his own dialogue, his prose, make it a very entertaining read. So sometimes you just want something that's entertaining, not something that's particularly like challenging or groundbreaking, like say Dennis Camp's Ultimates on the Best Day. And they're also it's also not as artistically creative as something like Absolute Wonder Woman, but there are some genuinely, like I said, the book looks really nice, and there's some genuinely good picks, like this 1 year before in the smoke of a crashing airplane. Though I do have to say that with how fast the pacing of the book is probably it's efficient, but maybe a bit too efficient because yeah, we get a catch up on Aquaman and with his king, and how he's kind of a bit bored with the mundanity of running Atlantis. He has a fight with a water monster. Or during the fight, the mysterious pearl will cause Atlantis to go missing. He goes to the Justice League to try to investigate, and he ends up going through the gate. That's pretty much all that happens in this issue, which isn't bad. It just makes it feel like the comic ends sooner than it should. But overall, I'm on board with this new run. of Aquaman, and it's been forever since the King of Atlantis has had his own ongoing. I think since like and I can't. Yeah, it wasn't in the last few years. So yeah, if you're an Aquaman fan, definitely pick this one up. If you're a fan of Jeremy Adams as a writer, or from his other books, definitely pick it up. And I especially think you should pick it up for John Timms and Rex Locus's artwork. This is a pretty damn good looking comic. Like, I'm giving this issue a 4 out of 5. Thank you guys for watching this video. And I hope you'll stick around when I review the next issue. Until then, have a great day.